Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
After the powers that be, the PTB, the industry, whatever you want to call them, once they're done with Diddy, right? And this is going to be going on for some time, but once, I guess you can say the public humiliation, basically after the major documentaries come out, right? After they are done with Diddy, Jay-Z is up next to be exposed, right?
Okay, y'all need to get on this drama real quick because Diddy is breaking the bro code and pointing fingers at his BFF, Jay-Z. And not just pointing fingers, but straight up exposing him as some kind of criminal mastermind, insisting that Jay-Z is behind his alleged crimes. Rumors about Jay-Z not being the squeaky clean dude he portrays have been swirling for ages, and now it seems like the truth might be coming to light. Diddy's caught up in some serious federal trouble, especially after the raid on his LA and Miami house with his sons and crew in cuffs. Dude's staring down the barrel of some serious jail time, but he's not going down without a fight. Nope, he's flipping the script and aiming straight for Jay-Z, singing like a canary. Jay-Z is in a whole lot of trouble, but do y'all want to guess who is enjoying seeing Jay-Z struggle and go down for this? His sister-in-law Solange, that's who. Solange has made it more than clear over the years that she doesn't like Jay-Z all that much, and now that he could be going down, she is determined to enjoy every moment of this and has been mocking him. Allegedly. With Diddy snitching and Solange mocking him, it looks like things are about to get very, very messy for Jay-Z. Has Solange allegedly been working with the feds to put Jay-Z away? And does this have anything to do with why Beyonce and Solange are reported to be beefing?
It's being linked to a trafficking investigation.
He got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. And on the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films.
Solange gotta have Jay-Z's voodoo doll somewhere or something, because she has been on his neck for the past couple of months or even years now, and she is not letting go of him. Things have slowly started going from bad to worse for Jay-Z, and it doesn't look like Solange minds all that much, especially since there is a very high chance that her sister, Beyonce, is going to leave him now that he is at a very high risk of being exposed and investigated by the feds. Now, one thing about Miss Solange, she is not a pretender. If she don't like you, she's not gonna hide it, and even though she likes to keep a low profile like her sister, everybody knows that she doesn't like her brother-in-law, Jay-Z. I mean, we already kind of peeped this back when she gave him a whooping in that elevator. Yeah, she doesn't really care about him, and insiders report that she has been trying to separate Beyonce and Jay-Z for years by getting Beyonce to see just the type of person that Jay-Z is. Even though Solange is the younger sister, she has been very protective of Beyonce since they were kids, like the time she called the cops to their home.
My sister actually had our family pretty famous for something else. She decided to try to get my boyfriend in trouble because she hated him. She was so jealous because we were best friends until him.
Mm-hmm.
And we were...
How old were you guys at this time?
I was 13.
13. The boyfriend is probably 13,
About
14?
13, yeah,
And
14.
your sister?
She was 8.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah.
So she's working on Big Sister here.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'm still very surprised she did all this. We were upstairs and we were watching TV. Solange was supposed to leave us alone. My mother kept checking on us every hour. My sister walks by the television. She's looking at him like this. And she just keeps walking. And I'm like, after the 3rd time, what are you doing? I'm trying to find my coloring book. So I'm like, okay. So we go try to find a coloring book. My boyfriend and I in my room looking for a coloring book. He's not supposed to be in there. She walks in. We're like, what's wrong with you? He's not supposed to be in here. I'm gonna get you in trouble. So she goes downstairs. Next thing you know, my dad is running up the stairs. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. So my boyfriend is like, what, Mr. Knowles, what? So he is literally trying to kill him. My mother, me, the girls were all trying to fight him. Hold him back. Next thing you know, ding dong, it's the cops.
Oh,
my sister
goodness.
called the police on my father because she said he was gonna kill him. And my dad is like, well, they said that my daughter said they were upstairs having sex. The cops is like, oh, I would kill my sons too. So then my dad is like, Solange, why did you say that? Is it true? And she's like, no.
Even after all these years, she still hasn't given up, and even though she hasn't succeeded in getting Beyonce away from Jay-Z, she has done her best, going over and beyond to protect her sister from being hurt and embarrassed in the media. Anyone who knows Beyonce and Jay-Z probably knows all about how Jay-Z has a wandering eye and how he has cheated on Beyonce multiple times. Beyonce has been open about how Jay-Z cheated on her with a woman called Becky with the good hair, and Jay-Z has also spoken about it in a couple of interviews and on his album 444. But as it turned out, Becky with the good hair isn't the only woman that Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce with, or at least tried to cheat on her with, because he allegedly cheated on her with multiple women. I don't know if y'all heard about this or even remember this, but back in 2011, a couple of days after Beyonce announced that she was pregnant with their first daughter, Blue Ivy, Jay-Z's rumored mistress, Kathy White, passed away under some seriously mysterious circumstances. To make things even sketchier, a couple of days before she passed away, Kathy reportedly reached out to a reporter, hinting at an interview where she'd spill the beans about her affair with Jay-Z, and you can bet Jay-Z wouldn't have wanted that kind of gossip out in the open. According to reports, Kathy allegedly orchestrated the leak as payback for Jay-Z blindsiding her with the baby announcement. Jay-Z faced major backlash for cheating on Beyonce, and the tabloids were eager to hear Kathy's side of the story. But shockingly, she passed away less than 24 hours after the photos hit the internet. Talk about some seriously suspicious timing. Adding to the intrigue, Kathy's social media accounts disappeared after her passing, leading to speculation that she might have been silenced. Some fingers were pointed at Jay-Z, hinting that he could have been involved in her demise. However, there's been no concrete evidence to support these claims, leaving it all shrouded in mystery. But still, it's enough to send shivers down your spine. What makes it even wilder and more sinister are the circumstances surrounding her death. At first, the autopsy report stated a head injury as the cause, but another report claimed that it wasn't a head unjust, but an aneurysm. While aneurysms can strike unexpectedly, the sudden change in the cause of death raises suspicions. Going from a physical injury to an aneurysm, that's definitely suspicious. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more mysterious, reports from the NYPD detective overseeing the case contradicted the aneurysm diagnosis. Journalist Claudia Jordan delved deeper into the investigation, unearthing shocking revelations. She wrote, "According to an NYPD detective who told me, Kathy's cause of death is uncertain, and later today we will have the autopsy and toxicology reports. Right now, the death is considered suspicious." The case died out mysteriously after that, and we never heard anything about that after then. But that's not all, because Solange tried to fight one of Jay-Z's side pieces in public when they ran into each other. The woman's name is Olivia McFowler, and she claimed that Jay-Z was trying to move to her while he was married to Beyonce.
For the most part, Jay hit me on some, I will reach you when I'm in town.
He wanted you to be his girl Friday.
He wanted me to be his girl when he's in town.
She claimed that Jay-Z sent his bodyguard to collect her number, but she wasn't with that because she thought that it was disrespectful of him not to come and get her number on his own. She said that she refused to give the bodyguard her number. However, a couple of weeks later, she and Jay-Z ran into each other at Nobu Restaurant in Miami. And this time, Jay-Z wanted her number badly enough to walk up to her and get her number himself, not sending a bodyguard like he did before. But while they were in a private corner of the room talking and hitting it up, Solange found them, and she almost gave Olivia a whooping. Olivia herself spoke about this encounter and how scared she was when she saw Solange walking toward them. Olivia said, "Solange came walking up out of nowhere. I thought I was about to get my butt beat, so I backed off quickly. Bae doesn't even have to say anything. Solange is a beast. I can't believe I dodged a whopping from Solange that day. She was a big reason for why I left him alone. She gave me a look of death, very scary." So yeah, Solange does not play about her big sis, not even when it comes to her husband, and that's why she has been working overtime to separate Beyoncé and Jay-Z. That hasn't worked out well for her so far because Beyoncé is determined to stick by her man. Well, as long as things remain rosy between them. See, even though Beyoncé and Jay-Z have this image of being the perfect couple and one of the biggest couples in Hollywood, things aren't exactly what they seem to be behind the scenes. There are billions of dollars involved in their relationship, and as long as they are together, they can hold their music empire intact and keep their spot as the #1 couple in Hollywood. However, as their former bodyguard pointed out during an Instagram live rant, Beyoncé and Jay-Z are only together for business purposes.
Your relationship was a business relationship, financial, to get to the top, to become billionaires. There's no love there.
This makes sense because they are stronger together than they could ever be apart, and as long as nothing happens to threaten that security or their position in Hollywood, they are going to stick together, even though Solange has been putting her heart and soul into trying to crush the marriage because she believes that her sister could do way better than Jay-Z. And up until now, we all thought that nothing could ever happen to shake their marriage so strongly to the point where Beyoncé would want to leave him. But it looks like we were wrong about that because with the new developments, chilly, let's just say that we might be seeing a new development in the Carters' marriage pretty soon. In the past couple of weeks, there have been rumors that Beyoncé and Jay's marriage was in crisis. Blogger Storm Monroe revealed that Beyoncé and Jay-Z had been living separately for a hot minute, and that Beyoncé was trying to make up her mind if she wanted to file for divorce or not. According to Storm, Jay-Z was allegedly the subject of an investigation by the feds, and he was going to be exposed like Diddy, but on a bigger scale. Jay-Z and Diddy have been friends for a long time, and it wasn't shocking that they could have been up to the same types of shenanigans. Storm went on to say that Beyoncé had no intentions of going down with Jay-Z and that she was going to leave him if he ever gets exposed, and announced that they had already been living separately, kind of like Will and Jada Smith.
What I've heard about them as a couple is that they've been living separate lives for a very long time. So they together, but they living separate. And part of the reason why they're already living separate lives, and we may actually see one of the biggest divorces in Hollywood, is because Jay-Z is up next to be exposed. And it's only so much of these stories that Jay-Z can, he can pay off or he can block. He won't be able to stop this. And she knows it and he knows it too. As far as who's gonna be the breakout victim / story, I don't know. Yeah, I might have to ask Jay Salee. I don't know. But I'm just letting you know that once that comes out and Jay-Z is exposed for his nefarious past, you're gonna see Beyonce divorce him. Okay? And she may or may not do an interview, but you're gonna their publicist is gonna release something. She's gonna say, oh, the Carters have been separated for some time. They built this beautiful life.
We didn't really think much of this for a while until Diddy got swept up by Homeland Security, and sources started to claim that he was allegedly snitching on Jay-Z. Speaking of Diddy, a lot of folks aren't aware that the Homeland Security investigation wasn't some quick in and out operation. Unlike your regular police gigs, the feds don't rush things. It's not a knock on the police, it's just how they roll, smooth and calculated. Their process is slow and thorough, spanning months, even years, to piece together a case like this. They don't make a move until they've dotted every I and crossed every T. That's probably why their conviction rate sits pretty at over 95%. Sure, some cases end in plea deals, but either way they get the job done, locking up the bad eggs or leveraging them to nab even bigger fish. Now, as for Diddy, he's been on the radar of not just Homeland Security, but also the FBI for a good decade or more. They've been keeping tabs on him, especially given the rumors swirling since the 90s about his preferences for younger company, if you catch my drift. In fact, back in 2013, the FBI interrogated James Roseman, a drug kingpin who had close ties with a lot of celebrities, and they asked him about Diddy having affairs with boys. According to a court filing, during a debriefing session with federal investigators, James Roseman, the music manager turned cocaine kingpin, was reportedly questioned about the sexual preferences of entertainers, including whether Sean Diddy Combs was having intimate relationships with underage boys, according to a U.S. District Court filing. A prosecutor then asked about entertainers' intimate preferences, including but not only Sean Combs having intimate relationships with underage boys. One thing that a lot of people don't seem to realize about the FBI, they ain't out there chasing down every social media rumor or gossip blog headline. If they're grilling folks about Diddy and his alleged shenanigans, you best believe they've got some serious dirt on him and they're hunting for solid proof to bring him to justice. So what does this tell us? Well, it's a sign that the feds have been meticulously building their case against Diddy for a whopping 11 years. That's no quick job. It's a testament to their dedication and thoroughness. And let's talk timing. It's no coincidence they're dropping the hammer now, with 5 lawsuits hitting Diddy in under 6 months, all alleging the same foul play. The writing's on the wall. Cassie kicked things off by pulling back the curtain on Diddy's true colors. And let me tell you, it ain't pretty. She laid it all out, how Diddy allegedly laid hands on her during their time together, leaving bruises all over. Not stopping there, she claimed he regularly forced himself on her, ignoring her protests. And as if that wasn't sickening enough, she dropped the bombshell that he'd allegedly pimp her out to male escorts, watching and even recording the whole ordeal. And just when you thought it couldn't get any more twisted, there's this grim report that Diddy allegedly went on to share those videos with others in the industry. 50 Cent was the one who blew the lid off this, claiming Diddy was spreading the footage around to smear Cassie after their split.
On telephone and shit, after the made shit.
Right.
And it's gonna be like, matter of fact, they sent me the girl pictures, like pictures of this girl, like, not this y'all saw. Worse, way worse.
Wow. Oh, you kidding me up?
Like penetration pictures and
Nah, come on, man.
According to 50, these videos had to have been taken during those forced encounters Diddy allegedly put Cassie through. But here's the kicker. When 50 called Diddy out on it, the response he got pretty much confirmed Diddy's involvement in the whole sordid affair.
I really kind of felt like those photographs was not happening because of Cassie. I felt like they was happening because of Puffy.
Right. Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because when a girl moves away from a man and she upgrades, be insecure, you know what I'm saying? Start feeling some kind of way.
Now, here's where it gets mind-boggling. Diddy and 50 Cent are ops. They've been at odds forever. So if Diddy was sending compromising videos of Cassie to someone like 50, who's practically an enemy, you can't help but shudder at the thought of what he might have been sharing with his inner circle. I mean, seriously, it's too much to even think about. But wait, there's more horror to unfold. Alongside Cassie's ordeal, 3 other women stepped forward, accusing Diddy of assault. And here's the chilling common thread. They all claimed he drugged and hurt them while they were completely out of it. It's just beyond words. And if you thought things couldn't get any crazier, along comes producer Lil Rod, dropping bombshells about his alleged encounters with Diddy. He claimed Diddy crossed all sorts of lines while they were working on the Love album, getting handsy and way too familiar, making him feel seriously uncomfortable. But it doesn't stop there. Lil Rod went on to allege that Diddy drugged and assaulted him at one of his wild Miami parties. According to him, these shindigs were off the charts, with young girls in attendance who had no business being there, let alone getting mixed up in that kind of scene. Shockingly, Lil Rod even pointed fingers at Diddy's own son, Justin, suggesting he was involved in rounding up these underage girls for the parties, despite knowing it was dead wrong. Now, fast forward to the recent chaos. It seems the feds finally had enough evidence to make their move on Diddy. They swooped in with simultaneous raids on both his LA and Miami homes, executing a series of coordinated busts. The fact that they hit both spots at once speaks volumes about the seriousness of the case. No chances taken, no stones left unturned. During the raid, Diddy was nowhere to be found, but his sons, Justin and Christian, weren't so lucky. They were slapped with cuffs and taken into custody as the feds tore through the properties. From the footage leaked online, it's clear they left behind a trail of destruction, turning Diddy's bedroom upside down and leaving no stone unturned. Diddy's private jet was found in the Caribbean, and there were speculations that he had run away to Antigua to evade the feds. According to reports, TMZ has tracked Diddy's personal Love Air LLC jet, the well-known black Gulfstream 5 that Diddy has flaunted and flown for years now. And it looks like the aircraft is currently on the ground in Antigua, which is down in the Caribbean. TMZ went on to say that, based on the flight activity viewed by TMZ, Diddy's jet has been up and down California between Sunday and Monday, taking off from Sacramento Executive Airport Sunday evening evening around 5:30 p.m. PT and landing at Palm Springs Intel Airport about an hour later. An hour after that, around 7:30 p.m. PT, Diddy's jet took off from Palm Springs yet again and landed at Van Nuys Airport, which is in the LA area. About 30 minutes later, around 8 p.m. PT, around 9 a.m. PT Monday, the jet took off from Van Nuys Airport and landed at some point in Antigua. But that turned out to be a false alarm, because Diddy was seen in Miami International Airport looking bothered and very, very troubled indeed.
I guess you wonder what's going to happen next, Diddy. I know.
Now, with the raid and the evidence that the feds have against him, you'd expect him to be in a cell somewhere by now. But instead, he's still out and about, while everyone from his sons to his assistants and even his alleged drug mule are all behind bars. So, what gives? Why hasn't Diddy been slapped with cuffs? Well, according to the grapevine, the feds are playing the long game with Diddy. Apparently, this whole mess goes way beyond him. He's just a pawn in a much larger game. Y'all know how I talked about how the feds win their cases by forcing the suspects to snitch on other people? Well, it seems that's the play here. Allegedly, they're leaning on Diddy to spill the beans on bigger fish in exchange for leniency for him and freedom for his sons. And guess whose name's on their hit list? None other than Jay-Z, allegedly. Rumor has it that Diddy is ready to sing like a canary and rat out Jay-Z for his alleged part in this whole mess. It's a wild twist, especially considering the whispers that have followed Jay-Z for years about his involvement in shady dealings. Remember that alleged affair with Foxy Brown when she was just a teen? Yeah, some folks claim he even gave her an STD. Shocking stuff if it's true.
Y'all should go back and talk to all of the niggas that she slept with in Philly when she was in Philly. She burned every last one of them. She sent more to the clinic than COVID.
Seems like Jaguar Wright had a crystal ball or something, because she called this play ages ago. After Cassie dropped the lawsuit bomb on Diddy, Jaguar stepped up, pointing fingers at Jay-Z, painting him as the mastermind behind Diddy's shady dealings. According to her, Jay-Z's the real brains of the operation, slicker than Diddy and way more cautious.
Sean Carter is worse.
Uh-oh. Oh, man.
He's smarter. He's patient. He's not sloppy. This been lining up people he calls friends and stepping to the side while they get hit by the guillotine for 30 years.
And now, with Diddy reportedly ready to spill all the beans, it looks like Jaguar might have hit the nail on the head. This drama's off the charts, and if Jay-Z's really in the mix like folks are saying, buckle up because we're in for a wild ride. Now, a lot of people feel a type of way about Diddy snitching because they think that he is breaking the bro code and he should protect his friend at all costs. But y'all know who doesn't feel like this? Solange, that's who. According to an insider, Solange has been enjoying this news and has low-key been celebrating what could be her brother-in-law's downfall. She knows that her sister is going to be affected, but she believes that Beyonce can weather the storm and rebrand herself, so Jay-Z is the only one going down, and she is going to enjoy every minute of it. News of Diddy snitching isn't so shocking to fans, and they left comments saying, been backtracking and gathering information on P. Diddy, R. Kelly, Aaliyah, and all these names were somehow connected to Jay-Z. So I did a little research about Jay-Z, and what I found was creepier than what Diddy had in store. I pray Jay-Z is next. I can feel Diddy has dirt on him stashed in that house and dirt on everyone ready to snitch. And Diddy bout to snitch on everybody lamau. Jay-Z's days are numbered. Oh, Rock Nation. Girl, this situation is one big hot mess, but y'all let me know how you feel about Diddy breaking bro code and snitching on his friend, then check out this next video.